Today's topic, Sadia Khan. Homegirl responded.
So here we go. I told you guys join me. I already gave a tiny hint in the clip beforehand, and now we're finally gonna listen to what Abbott and Preach have to say. Right? Let's just enjoy this together.
After the little expose that we did where we kind of exposed her for being a fraudulent health professional.
But is there a way that we can avoid talking about screenshots altogether? Because that's the one that you get when you...
She threatened to sue.
Listen to that. Is there a way we can avoid talking about screenshots altogether? Meaning, please, I don't want this to be exposed. Can we just pretend it never happened? Please, guys, save my ass. Can we just keep it on the low? That's basically what she's asking. Can we just pretend it never happened? I don't want to be accountable.
But not only that, Sadia's gone on Instagram and finally responded after all the backlash. She went radio silent. She shut down her socials. She shut down her WhatsApp groups, claiming to have degrees which were photoshopped and faked. She's decided to come out and make a statement.
I think her YouTube channel is still up, though. So I don't think everything is shut down.
Sadia decided to send us a threatening lawyer. Okay? And I got the email. When I saw it, I was like, ooh.
Spicy.
Ooh, she wanted to sue me all the way from Dubai, so she hired an American law firm. They sent me this letter. I'm going to read it for you guys word by word, okay? So this comes from K. Gross, LGK Lawyers, all right? September 2nd, 2025. It said,
This is really, really new. This is like the most recent situation ever. Think about this, and I'm sure there's more.
To John D. Defamation and slander per se complaint by Sadia Khan against John. Now, some of you might be confused because you're like, yo, Abba, is your real name John? No. They got the wrong name on this lawsuit. Just like Sadia's Khan, it's poorly done. So we're going to see that.
What a shame. What a shame. You see, the starting of the whole thing just shows to you it's a joke. It's crap. You hired lawyers who are not even capable to put the right person, the person you're trying to address to get the name correct. Sad.
Consistent thread here.
That is sad. Like you hired a lawyer and the lawyer's too dumb.
Please take notice. We've been made aware of certain defamatory statements about our client, Sadia Khan, published by you on social media. We intend to prosecute claims against you personally for defamation, slander per se, and other tortuous conduct. As such, we make demand upon you now in advance of the litigation to cease and desist and refrain from A, posting, publishing, or distributing on social media by
Before they explain, let me tell you a little bit of what I know. I don't know too much, but the tiny bit that I know is that this is not going anywhere. Slandering and defamation, where, how, when Mrs. Sadia's side piece actually came out and took everything upon herself. She admitted to it. The side chick talk, all the screenshots, the audio, she admitted to it. The fact that her degrees are forged and fraudulent, is that how you say it? It's a fake, it's nonsense, yeah? You could see in the video there was no real explaining to it, but by her showing this fake license, you basically just admitted to being a fraudster. So them being sued for slander and defamation, they never did. They never slandered your name. All these things that are coming out, you actually have already admitted to. There's no defamation of destroying your character because you did that to yourself.
Podcast, review, board, posts, or otherwise on the internet or in print, by television or radio, broadcast or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan, any of her family members.
If you wanted to read this differently, you could also just go
Posts or otherwise
blah,
on
blah,
the internet.
blah, 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 blah. Nonsense. Done. Because I'm telling you guys, this is not going anywhere.
Or in print, by television or radio, broadcast or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan, any of her family members, and or any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan, any of her family members, contracts, agencies, contractors, and further, we demand that C, remove any post, publication, social media, by podcast, review, board posts, or otherwise on the internet, in print, or radio.
Remember, the first time all these started showing, and there was a TikTok creator, I'm sorry I forgot his name, who listed proof. Not people pretending to be Sadia Khan. No, Sadia Khan herself. Her personal profile. Her typing, right? Commenting the most disgusting things on the people's posts, messaging them, threatening them. She did that. So I don't see who is slandering you, who is trying to damage your character, and who? Who else but yourself? Really? This is insane. I did not see this coming. I mean, I really thought she made a mistake. No, the fraud of the license, that's not a mistake. That is really a crime. To me, that is a crime, okay? But this, stupid stuff with the ex-husband or fiance or who that person is, we can put that to the side and say, you know what? Stupid business. People can forgive that, fine. And I thought she had some tiny bit of like brain. Instead, she's just showing to the world how stupid she is. Who does this? Who goes on a podcast voluntarily, exposing themselves voluntarily, to then turn around and say, you know what? I'm going to sue you guys. I don't know. I don't know.
Radio, broadcast, or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan,
What the fuck was that?
any of her family members, and her businesses, blah, blah, blah. This letter does not serve to waive any rights against you, nor does it reserve for you any expectation that we intend to communicate with you further prior to filing and serving proceedings against you. Conduct yourself accordingly. Sincerely,
The lawyers should have told that to Sadia. Miss Sadia Khan, conduct yourself accordingly. Behave like an adult, like a responsible woman. That's the message the lawyers are supposed to pass on to her, not to Abba and Preach. Come on now.
Kent
Sadia Khan.
Gross.
My bad.
Apparently, this is like some kind of mill-like law firm where you pay a bit of money and they just send out letters on your behalf. That's why this is poorly done. Didn't have my name.
You see, she's probably been doing this, okay? She's probably been doing this. When something happens, she doesn't like it, she goes on these cheap lawyer sites, right? Pays them off. They send whatever message you want them to send, and people are going to be frightened. People are going to be like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with this. Oh my God, it's a lawyer, it's a lawsuit. Oh my God, oh my God. And then they drop whatever. They don't talk about it. No, but you are messing with the wrong people, because Abba and Preach have no wrongdoing. There's no need to be scared, nervous. No reason, because they didn't do anything wrong.
It didn't include any of the defamatory statements. It didn't specify anything. The reason
Because there is none. That's how you see that whoever this law firm is, they're just making good business as well. They are actually saying, look, if anyone out there wants us to sign, to write a letter and sign it off, we're going to do it. We charge you for it. It's easy business. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They don't care. It doesn't even say not one example of what is the wrongdoing that Abba and Preach, in this case John, is supposed to be accountable for. No, you have no idea. What is actually the defamation? What is the slander? What did they say? It's not in it. The same way, when you, towards the end of this clip, are going to look into Sadia's explanation on social media, her coming out and, giving her part to the story, you're also going to realize that she is dodging accountability. This person has been used to simps orbiting around her. And she thinks that's how the world works. But thank God there are still some, proper thinking, well-functioning brain out there in men who are not going to play these nonsense. And also in women, because there are not only men like Abba and Preach and others who have realized, not just now, but even before all of this has happened, okay, that something ain't right. Same way many, many women, young and old, black and white, have realized, nah, girl, you ain't it. You know how to talk a good game. If I wanted to, I could sit here, talk a good game. Everyone could. But people have realized, nah. You are an actor. You should have looked for, like, honestly, why didn't you go into acting if that's what you like doing, pretending, jumping into characters? And if you like sucking on something, there's actually a specific separate industry for that where you could have easily tapped into and blew up. You know? Blow up is, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way, but funny.
Reason being is that this is a sham. This is nonsense. And you know what? If you want to sue me, Sadia, I welcome it. I beg you. Fucking do it. Because then we going to have something called discovery. And I'm going to need to see that fucking degree.
The problem is that they're going to have to go after you, and they're going to have to see the veracity of what you're doing.
Baby.
You see, if you try to do that and we go there,
yes,
we go to the extent of what you want to do, which is suing us, what's going to happen is that you're going to be under what we call scrutiny. They're going to ask you and demand you for the same thing that we are asking you for, that you're not able to provide. And then they're not us, but they're going to be able to prove our point. So please go ahead. It is not in your best interest to do so.
Let me just say this. The ultimate defense against defamation is truth. Meaning, if the statements that you said are true, it can be defamatory. My girl, my favorite porta potty. We are not in Dubai. We have laws here that allow us to make statements publicly, provided that they are true. And if they're not, then you have to still prove that it defamed you. Good luck. You want to spend that money, girl?
Good luck, shawty.
But discovery means you're going to have to fork over emails. I'm going to need to see that DHA license that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see that BCP certificate that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see all them things.
But we're not going to ask for
And
the
I
data.
know it'll never show up because they don't fucking exist. But you know what? I welcome it. Sue me. Hey, nigga, sue me.
You can't lie. They're so funny, no?
I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, you hear this floor clacking, you know what that means? I live in the same $900 a month, which I split with my roommate, so that's $450 for the last 10 years. That means every YouTube dollar I made, I did not invest in this place. I continue to live in this rinky-dink apartment, okay? That means I saved a lot of money. And I'll blow it on this lawsuit. Try me. Oh, yes, I will. And I'll enjoy every second of it. I got time to waste. Try me.
Even your lawyer, before you even go into proceeding into suing us, your lawyer is going to be like, okay, well, do you have a license? And your lawyer is going to ask to see it. And
yeah, because the lawyers also, I mean, you can get a lawyer for anything. You pay them, but then when it really comes to defending you, going to court, they also don't want to look stupid. They want to fight for you in the best way they can, but also within the legal, terms, within the laws. So your lawyer is not going to fight a case. For example, someone claims that your license is fake, right? Now your lawyer is going to want to defend you and say, no, my client's license is legit. For them to be able to do that, you will have to forward your legit license to your lawyer so he can not only take a look, but verify it and then come up in court and say, here it is. I'm defending her because we have the proof. But when you then cannot even present that to your own lawyer, do you think your lawyer is going to go to court standing there looking stupid in front of the judge in public and saying, yes, judge, so I'm actually defending her, but there's something that came up. I'm actually not really sure if she is licensed and legit. I'm not really sure, but you know what? She looks so good and she talks so well. I just figured, let me fight this case for her. Never.
And your lawyer is going to ask to see all that DHQ. All your lawyer is going to ask to see that whatever certificate you got from British. They're going to ask that. That's your lawyer. In order to be able to form a defense against us, your lawyer is going to ask to see.
But you know what?
When your lawyer is not going to see it, he's going to advise you not to proceed to give us what.
Because not only does he's not going to want to look stupid, okay? And I'm not sure, but I think it can backfire for a lawyer to defend someone knowing very well that they are doing fraudulent stuff. Does that make sense? Please help me out. Someone comment.
What you need.
But don't worry about defense.
I'm not worried about it.
Because you know what they say?
What they say?
The best defense is a good offense.
Sure.
She want to do the law thing? Okay. Well, guess what I did? I know your booty live up.
This is probably the best part. Honestly, this is probably the best part. I might cut it right here and put this part in front of the whole video. This is, I'm not going to lie with you guys. This is the best part. And
In their Dubai.
I hope this is a learning lesson for everyone out there. Don't put yourself in this position. Like, do what you do and do it your best way, but there is no reason for you to start faking your persona, faking your licenses. People will like you if they like you. If you hold value to the things you're saying, just as good as a therapist, for example, you don't have the license, but your experience, your knowledge, the advice you're giving is valid. People are going to take it. You don't need to put yourself so low. You don't need to become Sadia Khan for you to blow up. Please choose honesty. And then the other thing I hope people are learning and listening, you see, if you want to play stupid games, you're going to win a stupid prize. There are people out there, they have just as much time to dig, and they will find out, especially when you want to come for them for no reason. While all they offered you was authenticity, truth, a place where you can come in and speak your truth. Now you want to sue them? These people have not only the time but also the means to fight it, right? And I'm claiming, even though I'm just watching them, consuming, I like their content very much, I'm claiming that these two men are very truthful people. Follow their content, go back and back and back every clip. You are not going to catch them saying something just to please someone. They don't. You will find out that if they said something once and learned over time, oh, no, that's not how it is, that's not how it went, they will come back and make a follow-up video and say, you know what, that was wrong, or we made a mistake, or even apologize. Go and take a look. These are honest people, unlike Sadia. Side chick Sadia. I can say that because she calls herself side chick Sadia, and it's not even offensive in that. Like, it's not something you can get issues for. She's a side chick. She's a side chick. It is what it is. If she wants to be a side piece, so be it. Not my business.
Bye, right? Right? Being a porta potty, do whatever you gotta do. Cool. Guess what? You've been claiming to have a DHA license. You've been claiming that you're allowed to do what you do as a medical professional because your clients are overseas. That's what you told me. I asked you if you have a DHA license, which every medical professional, especially those calling themselves psychologists, need to have if they offer services in Dubai. You claim that because your your clients are overseas, that it's acceptable for you to not have that license.
The only reason I don't have a DHA license is because when I first qualified, it expired. I didn't renew it because I was now online and I wasn't working in clinics. And in clinics, you need a DHA license.
I mean, we have this clip already, but let's listen in because it's so important.
It's overseas, that it's acceptable for you to not have that license.
The only reason I don't have a DHA license is because when I first qualified, it expired. I didn't.
You see how she's trying to not speak clearly suddenly. Suddenly she doesn't speak English no more. But in the clip, when she was telling a woman, someone's fiance, that I can do the if I want, that was very clear. Loud, clear words. Everyone understood what she was saying when she said, I can his D if I want to. She said that very clear. Now, when it comes to the important things, your education, your achievement, the licenses you've been most likely working so hard to get, suddenly you don't speak English no more. If I wanted to,
I could suck his dick on your wedding day. This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could suck his dick on your wedding day. And this is my nature, right? This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could suck his dick on your touch your man. And this is my nature, right? This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could.
If I wanted to.
Suck his dick on your.
Don't you want to show us your degrees, huh? If I wanted to. If I wanted to, right? What happened to that?
Renew it because I was now online and I wasn't working in clinics. And in clinics, you need a DHA license.
I guess my question is, have you ever really had a DHA license in Dubai?
I started applying for it, but then my career took off.
That's not what she said.
Well, I contacted the DHA to ask myself because I don't believe that. So let's see what they said. You want to see?
My God, you really fucking did it.
Hey, man. The conversation starts as
I know I'm interrupting a lot, but it is good. It is important that he did that. Think about it. Someone is trying to sue you is not a joke. Okay? That is an uncomfortable, and if I'm honest, it's a traumatizing experience. You're sitting at home, you're like, what the fuck is going on now? Sorry for my language, but really, it's not nice. It's not fun. Someone is coming for your well-being, your finances. This, if this goes wrong, potentially someone sues you for something and you don't have any way to prove it, whatever, you could face sentence. You can risk financial situations. You could, like, come on now. And then it's so unnecessary. Why would you want to put someone through? So I love the fact that he's like, you know what, boo-boo, let me do my own research. You're coming for me, I'm coming for you. The only difference, only one of them is saying the truth.
this is Aya. How may I assist you? I said, hello. I'm looking for information about a psychologist in Dubai who offered me services online. I'm trying to determine if she's legitimate. The person replies, oh, sure, we'd love to assist you. Is this Mrs. or Mr. Dave? I said, my name is Mr. Newman. Dave is my middle name. My first name, my middle name is Fresh. She's like, okay, man. Right here. She said, please note that all professionals in the medical field must have a DHA license to practice the field. I said, even if her client is overseas while she's based in Dubai, she sent me this email claiming she doesn't need to be licensed, and I didn't believe her. I sent her the email that she sent me. If she's doing online treatments from Dubai, she must have a license to be a psychologist over there. And she goes, yes. To offer those services? She goes, yes. So she confirmed for me. My own research confirmed for me that everyone in Dubai who practices, doesn't matter whether your clients are there or not. So she's been running this medical practice illegally this whole.
You see? Now, it's always so much easier for people to think about it. Imagine it's a doctor, okay? Your physician, is that how you say it? Ne? Dein Arzt, deines Vertrauens, zu dem du gehst, weil da irgendwas drückt und nicht richtig passt, ist wurscht. It's, no one cares. He can be in Africa. If he's a doctor, he needs a license. He can be in China. If he's a doctor, he needs a license. In Germany, no one cares. The moment you are a professional, you need a license. And that license covers most likely internationally. And if not, they will ask you, not only ask you, you are, how do you say it? You are responsible. It is a part of the way things are supposed to go. I'm not finding the right words, but you guys are smart enough to follow. They will ask you to add another certificate, another license, another training. If whatever you have doesn't cover that area, you need it. No one is going to say, yeah, well, I applied for it and then my career took off and then I just decided I don't need a license anymore. And these institutions were fine with it. And I just kept doing what I wanted to do. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Because then everyone could be doing whatever they feel like. I'm sorry, guys. People are working in the apartment complex, so we're going to manage.
Time. And it turns out there's a bunch of people on the ground right now contacting the DHA Association nonstop. Now, look, I'm not going to pursue this anything crazy. I'm just putting this information out there. If you check the description below.
See what she did to herself so far? If you were just honest, if you didn't go so far, if you would have came out and admit and just explain your wrongdoing and apologize and stand on it and be accountable, all of this wouldn't even have come so far. Now you have other people, not just Abba Preach, me and some other YouTubers, right? Who are nosy or digging. No. Now you have people who've been in close contact with her, who've been clients of her, doing their own research and saying, wait, was I scammed? Now this is coming big. I'm so curious to see how this is going to end. Really, I don't care for the fiance little tiny gossip. It's disgusting. I'm not going to lie, but I don't care for that. I am so invested to learn what kind of accountability How is she going to be held responsible for this? Okay?
Low. We have a little website that we set up. Shout out to Goob. Goob helped me with this. Oh, here's the website. Can you see it? What does it say?
Side piece, Sadia.
Side piece Sadia. Sidepiecesadia.com. Okay. If you have a history of hiring Sadia Khan as a therapist,
Go click on the link right now.
psychologist, go check the description right now. You want to play with me? Want to play with me? I'll play. Attending one of her events or buying any of her programs, please click the link